Hey everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of First Time Watch Friday on Horror Film Lovers. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody, and yeah, we have an interesting one. I hadn't seen this movie, and I'd obviously know of it because I'm friends, and I even get special thanked at the end of this movie. So thank you, Mahal Empire. Um, but I hadn't seen this movie yet. And I was sort of really looking forward to it because I really liked Attack of the Unknown and Art of the Dead and Bus Party to Hell is fun. Um, but I wanted to try something new that I hadn't watched. And the only problem that I generally have with these kind of, and anyway, there's going to be spoilers, I believe, in this review. So understand that's probably going to happen. If you haven't seen it, it's free on Tubi. You can watch it like right now and then come back and finish watching my review or listen to it, whatever one you want to do. But here we go. So basically, the only thing I wasn't like a huge fan of is the fact that it's a torture porn movie, you know. It's very much Saul and Hostel and all these different types of stuff. It's very Saw-like. I mean, it has that, do you want to play a game? And it's really cool to have Costas Mandalore as the villain. He's the warden, and that's not really a spoiler since you know, I think you can see it on IMDb who he is. Um, but basically it's, these people that are stuck in uh these like little, I don't know if they're not cages, but little rooms, and sort of like their own little dungeons, and they have like tools in there, and then apparently there's a website that is out there, and it basically says if you uh you have to vote, you have to get as many likes, and if you get enough likes you can, basically you're going to be freed. And so they have to do all these terrible things to themselves, which is kind of, I mean, it's really messed up. The two writers on it originally, Michael Marino and then Rolf Kanefsky, did some revisions, and I don't know what he changed or what he did the revisions for. Like, I have no idea, but it is a really messed up, twisted, kind of screwed up movie. One of the cool things is I do like Michael Madsen in it. Um, kind of wish he had a bigger part. I mean, even though he did have a pretty big part, I wish he was in it a little bit more. The other actors like in it were fantastic too. All the detectives, all the uh, I guess quote unquote contestants, the people who were kind of stuck victims of this terrible, terrible game. Um, but it sort of was like Saul for like this, this time period or whatever, because, everything was like the dark web and doing this website, and they had to figure out figure out where it was happening. And another thing I didn't like was the smoke, or not smoke, the fire and stuff, because it's uh I don't know if they used real fire at all, but it looked fake to me. Um, so I wasn't a big fan of that. But aside from that, I I was pretty much into it. Like, I wanted Sarah French, right there. She was just fantastic in it. She really held the movie together. She was like the glue, and she did a great job. Stephanie Penn was in it, and she did a fantastic job. Um, BJ, I'm really bad at your name, so Mizek or something. If I butchered that name, I'm sorry. He did a fantastic job. Like everybody in the movie, just killed. I'm gonna look up the names of these people. Robert Lasardo's in it for like, 5 minutes, but he was fun. I mean, you always know Robert Lasardo when you see him, so you're like, oh man, that's awesome. that they were able to get him in the movie. Uh, I want to say, okay, so BJ Mezek, I want to say Wesley Cannon. I loved him in the movie. I was shocked. I don't think maybe, I mean, I've seen him in the Mahal Empire movies, but I hadn't really like didn't really know him that well. So I was really happy to see him in this. Thought he did a fantastic job. Denny Nolan and Dave Schechter, um, and Kimberly Lynn Cole. Oh man, when I saw her, I was happy to see her, but I was not happy to see her the way it was and stuff. I'm trying not to spoil it, guys. There are things that happen to the movie that are just really fucked up. And some actually the coolest effect though was Robert Lasardo's effect. I really dug that. Um, but I mean, it's a movie. It's Saw. It's another Saw. Kind of movie. And when you have one of those, you know what you're getting yourself into. You're getting into sort of movies, and they even mentioned a part where they were like, "There's people like get off on this stuff," and there really is people that like torture or whatever, and it kind of fucks with my brain because I don't like that. Like I'm not happy knowing that there are people out there like that. This did not. This was. I'm a horror filmmaker, but I still don't like gore. There was a lot of blood. There was a lot of. I mean, there was a lot of cool special effects. The makeup effects people were great in this. I'll just say that if you're looking for something that's not that's bigger and broader than torture porn movie, you're barking up the wrong alley. This is exactly what you expect out of a torture porn movie. If you don't like that title, that name of it, I don't care because torture porn is what it is. It's called that for a reason. There was just a little bit of nudity, and I won't talk about that, but like there's just a little bit of that, and they didn't really. I almost felt like it wasn't even needed, but it did serve a point. It just wasn't. It almost in my way felt a little forced, but I didn't mind it. Nobody minds nudity when it pops up. For most dudes. But it was a enjoyable movie. I like I said, I really dug like Michael Madsen and Costas Mandylor, and a bunch of other people that were in this movie. And Sarah French. So I would definitely recommend it if you're a fan of those guys or you just want to see something just so out there and so crazy and kind of fun. I'm actually looking forward to a lot of their projects. They got a lot of movies coming out. Devil's Night is coming out, and Knight, Devil's Night, and then there's also Bermuda Island. There's a ton of these movies. Uh, there's Arena Wars. There's just a ton of movies. So if you're a fan of those kind of movies and you're a fan of the Mahals like I am, you're gonna enjoy it. I mean, it's kind of hard to review a movie where I mean, I'm pretty much gonna be positive about their films because I just enjoy it. Michael Sue did a great job, and he was also like the cinematographer, which I thought the camera work was pretty spot on. There was some really cool like shots. And all in all, I just enjoyed the movie. So if you want to see something on TV for fun, and enjoyable, there is a twist. I will not say the twist on it, but there is a reason for all of these things. And so if you don't want to know anything about that or whatever, it's fine. I'm not gonna spring that on you because it's not. But I mean, some people may not like the twist at the end, like would not like the reasoning behind everything. I thought it was it was like for this kind of movie, it was perfect. It was like exactly what I would sort of expect from Death Count. And so I really liked it. Like all in all, it was a fun movie. Go check it out. Watch it on Tubi. Let me know what you think. If you liked it, didn't like it, let me know. And so I'm really anxious. There's a lot of people worked on this film and a lot of people who deserve it. It was one of the Mahal's Indiegogo movies, and they are really good at just cranking these movies out and getting them available on like Tubi, and stuff like that. So the more the merrier. Just keep making these movies, dudes. And I can't wait to see the next one. All right, everybody. Bye.